Welcome to our video on one of the most nerve-wracking cases of state-sponsored assassination in recent history, which is the poisoning of Alexander Litvinenko. In November 2006, the world was stunned by the tragic demise of Litvinenko, a former Russian FSB officer turned outspoken critic of the Russian government. His poisoning with polonium-210 in the heart of London sent shockwaves across the globe, uncovering a web of mystery, political intrigue, and international tension. Today on BTD, join us as we delve into the details of this chilling case and explore its far-reaching implications. Alexander Litvinenko was a former Russian FSB Federal Security Service officer who gained international attention after his death in November 2006. He was born on December 4, 1962, in the Russian city of Voronezh. Litvinenko rose through the ranks of the FSB, eventually reaching the rank of lieutenant colonel. However, Litvinenko's career took a dramatic turn when he began to speak out against the corruption and abuses he witnessed within the FSB. He became a whistleblower, alleging that the FSB had ordered him to assassinate Boris Berezovsky, a prominent Russian businessman and political figure. Litvinenko was subsequently arrested and spent 9 months in detention before being acquitted of all charges. Following his release, Litvinenko fled Russia and sought asylum in the United Kingdom, where he continued to criticize the Russian government and its leadership, particularly Vladimir Putin. He became a vocal critic of Putin's policies and alleged connections to organized crime. In November 2006, Litvinenko suddenly fell ill in London, where he was living in exile with his family. Initially, his symptoms were attributed to a common illness, but his condition rapidly deteriorated. Within days, it became clear that something far more sinister was at play. Litvinenko was admitted to a hospital in London, where doctors struggled to diagnose his mysterious illness. Meanwhile, his health continued to decline rapidly. It wasn't until several days later that doctors discovered the shocking truth. Litvinenko had been poisoned with a lethal dose of the radioactive isotope polonium-210. The revelation sent shockwaves around the world. Polonium-210 is an extremely rare and highly toxic substance, typically produced in specialized nuclear facilities. Its presence in Litvinenko's body suggested a deliberate and targeted assassination. As Litvinenko fought for his life in the hospital, British authorities launched an intensive investigation into his poisoning. Traces of polonium-210 were found in various locations around London, including restaurants and hotels that Litvinenko had visited in the days leading up to his illness. In the weeks that followed, investigators pieced together a chilling narrative of espionage and murder. They identified 2 Russian agents, Andrei Lugovoy and Dmitry Kovtun, as the prime suspects in Litvinenko's assassination. It was alleged that the 2 men had met with Litvinenko in London and administered the deadly poison, likely by lacing his tea with polonium-210. The motive for Litvinenko's assassination was believed to be his outspoken criticism of the Russian government and its leadership, particularly Vladimir Putin. Litvinenko had accused Putin of ordering the assassination of Russian oligarch Boris Berezovsky, as well as of orchestrating other acts of corruption and abuse of power within the FSB. Tragically, despite the efforts of medical professionals, Litvinenko's condition continued to deteriorate. On November 23, 2006, just over 3 weeks after falling ill, he passed away in the hospital. Litvinenko's death sparked international outrage and strained diplomatic relations between the United Kingdom and Russia. It also raised profound questions about the use of radioactive substances as tools of assassination, as well as the dangers faced by political dissidents and whistleblowers who dare to speak out against oppressive regimes. Litvinenko's poisoning strained diplomatic relations between the United Kingdom and Russia. The British government expelled 4 Russian diplomats in response to Russia's refusal to extradite the prime suspects, Andrei Lugovoy and Dmitry Kovtun, for trial in the UK. The British authorities launched an intensive investigation into Litvinenko's assassination. In 2007, a public inquiry was established to examine the circumstances surrounding his death. The inquiry concluded in 2016, affirming that Litvinenko was assassinated in an operation likely approved by the Russian Federal Security Service and Vladimir Putin. However, no criminal charges were brought against any individuals in Russia. Litvinenko's assassination further exacerbated tensions between Russia and Western countries. It reinforced existing concerns about Russia's track record on human rights, rule of law, and freedom of expression. The case also drew attention to the suppression of political dissent and the risks faced by critics of the Russian government. His assassination became a symbol of the dangers faced by whistleblowers and political leaders in Russia. His death underscored the lengths to which authoritarian regimes may go to silence opposition voices and maintain power. Litvinenko's legacy continues to resonate as a reminder of the importance of upholding human rights and the rule of law. Litvinenko's story serves as a sobering reminder of the importance of defending human rights, upholding the rule of law, and safeguarding freedom of expression for all individuals, regardless of their beliefs or affiliations. Let us honor his memory by continuing to strive for a future where transparency, accountability, and respect for human dignity prevail. Thank you for joining us on this journey of remembrance and reflection. Together, let us work towards a world where justice triumphs over impunity, and where the voices of truth and integrity are never silenced. That was all for today's video. Stay tuned for more such videos only on Behind the Date.